Warning. The contents of this video are of personal opinion and should not be taken as absolute fact. This man is a silly idiot who doesn't know what he's talking about.
Alright, and Sven Squad, it's that time of the year again. Once more, another YouTuber jumps into the fray to give you his personal opinion and perspective on this highly sensitive issue. Okay, I'm not gonna waste more of your time, and without further ado, I give you the top 10 squad mates in the Mass Effect trilogy. Number 10. Samara. Samara first gets introduced in Mass Effect 2 and she quickly establishes the strength of her character. It doesn't take long before you get to know that she's a Justicar, a form of space knight that brings order to the galaxy.
But one of us will take you down, Justicar!
Her primary motivations is to hunt Ardat Yakshi, which are Asari that have special genetic conditions that make them a danger to everybody around them. Soon you'll learn that her actual daughter is one of these special Asari, and it tugs at your heartstrings to know that she has to hunt down and kill her own daughter. Not only because of her precision, but because of her personal feelings.
Help me find my long-lost daughter, and kill her.
Bruh.
Samara is a semi-romance option that does show affection to Shepard should you approach her, but in the end rejects you because of her duties.
In another time, another life.
This romance can bloom slightly in the Citadel DLC in Mass Effect 3, but not to the degree you might have hoped for.
I must honor my code and make no promises.
What the fuck?
Number 9. Morton Solus. Morton is one of those hilariously funny squad mates because of his extremely unique personality and manner of speaking.
Aware that you and Jack are sexually active, or planning to be, suggest caution. Emotionally unstable biotics dangerous during intercourse.
Shit, you sound like a pussy. You better be straight up with me. Right. Might want to hurry on that. You know the damage I can do inside a frigate?
He is also introduced in Mass Effect 2, and during his recruitment you'll learn that he's probably one of the most intelligent personalities in the galaxy. Not only is he an extremely accomplished doctor, he's also a member of a special tasks group that tried to recreate a stronger version of the genophage, the weaponized disease that prevents Krogans from making babies, which curbed the legendary Krogan rebellion. This creates a moral dilemma for Morton, as he strongly believes that even if the genophage was necessary to stop the Krogan, he still feels deep shame for working on a new version of it.
Goal was to stabilize population. Never wanted this.
So, as a bumbling scientist that seems to only see the ends justify the means, the fact that he wants to cure the genophage and help the Krogan is just beautiful character development.
I am the very model of a scientist Solarian. I've studied species Turian, Asari, and Batarian. I'm quite good at genetics as a subset of biology because I am an expert, which I know is a tautology.
Number 8. Miranda Lawson. The femme fatale. The girl with the deadliest arsenal known to humanity. Miranda, however, is actually not as surface level as you would think at first glance. Miranda is a perfect specimen, yes. This is not in my personal opinion, but it is part of her character.
My father got me the best jeans money could buy. Guess it wasn't enough.
She was literally designed to be the absolute best human possible. She's somewhat reminiscent of the Black Widow from Marvel. She's dangerous not only because of her looks, but because of her intelligence. She's also one of the primary players in bringing Shepard back to life during the intro in Mass Effect 2, rebuilding the commander from the remains that Liara T'Soni brought her. Her depth is also later explored, as she's revealed to have a soft side in her sister, who gets into trouble later in the series. You then get to help Miranda out with the situation should you choose to. Miranda also seems to harbor deep issues with herself, as she usually states the obvious, that she's a perfect human in every sense of the word, but that she was created, which in turn makes her loathe herself, making her a sympathetic character that you can't help but to care for. Number 7. Grunt. Look, Grunt is Grunt. Do I need to say more? Alright, Grunt is somewhat like Miranda. He was created to be the ultimate specimen to his species, the Krogan. He was created to reinvigorate his species by having the absolute best traits of the Krogan.
Human. Male. Before you die, I need a name.
Okay.
At first, he seems dangerous and is proven to be pretty stubborn. He knows what he is and he owns it. Grunt does have a mean streak, as he usually has a natural desire for violence, making him a great squad mate for taking care of business. Part of why he's loved, however, is because of the fact that he's basically a newborn, that's still brash and naive. He jumps headfirst into battle and takes no issue in saying what he's thinking. Should you choose to take Grunt under your wing, it will quickly show that he looks up to Shepard, since he still doesn't know much about the galaxy.
What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same question.
Number 6. Edie. Now Edie is the first AI on this list. First introduced in Mass Effect 2 as part of the Normandy, Edie quickly grows on you as she's not only the first AI that joins your crew, her personality is also hilarious.
You want me to go crawling through the ducts again?
I enjoy the sight of humans on their knees. That is a joke.
The bond between Commander Shepard and Edie grows steadily during the adventure, but the real joy is seeing Edie interact with Joker.
I would have baked a cake.
I am right here, Jeff.
Now normally Joker is usually the funny one, and he still is, but Edie picks up on his quirks pretty quickly, and soon you have an AI that actively tries to crack a joke every now and then.
Do not worry, Shepard. I only forget to recycle the Normandy's oxygen when I've discovered something truly interesting. That was a joke.
Although with limited success, making her even more lovable. Thank God for Edie. Now we're getting closer to the end. Or well, we're halfway through. Now these choices could have been placed almost wherever on these last 5 points since I love them all basically equally. So don't get bothered too much if your top pick doesn't get number 1. Number 5. Tali. Tali is probably the least headstrong of all these characters, but that also makes her so very enticing. Her personality is that of an unsure young woman who doesn't really know what to do at times.
I know. Well, not that I know, but I didn't mean it like that. It's wow, it's really hot in here.
Being pretty indecisive and nervous. This, however, can be countered with the affectionate love of Commander Shepard. It's pretty clear in the series that she grows to love the Commander, even if you choose not to romance her. She does hook up with Garrus, however, should you not walk the path of Tali.
I came to say goodbye, and, well...
I think one of my mandibles got hooked on her helmet.
It might have caused a rupture, so I asked him to check.
So don't feel too bad about her. Even if she does seem very innocent at times, she is incredibly capable, as she's probably the best hacker in the galaxy, being a mechanical genius and all. She feels pretty strongly about the Geth-Quarian conflict, as she herself is a Quarian and wants to help her people, but can still grow a bond with Legion, should you, as the commander, nurture it.
Your superiors are sending you to certain death for no good reason. You have a right to disobey.
Let's remember that next time Shepard sets us up against impossible odds.
Current trends average 2.73 instances per day. Rounded down.
Number 4. Legion. So hot on the wheels of the Quarian Queen, we have the King of Geth. This guy was probably the biggest surprise in Mass Effect 2 for me. Traditionally, players had always seen Geth as an enemy, a violent AI race that was trying to wipe out their creators. Thanks to Legion, we now understand that the Geth are the most misunderstood race of all.
To speak to you as well.
Strange. Usually I have to pry conversation out of you.
You are not bound by the hardware limitations of organics. You assisted us with the heretics. You do not fear us.
Yes, they're AI and they helped the Reaper Sovereign in Mass Effect 1. But that wasn't all of the Geth. The majority of the Geth actually are pretty apathetic to the other races, and they only want to survive and understand the organic races. The Geth that helped Sovereign were actually a small splinter group that the Geth called heretics.
Did Sovereign contact the Geth, or did you seek it out?
Nazara, the entity you called Sovereign, signaled us. Like the Geth, the old machine listened to organic radio transmissions. It knew of our war against the creators. Nazara contacted many species over the millennia, seeking allies.
Some of the Geth followed Sovereign. The heretics.
The heretics accepted their technology. The old machines offered to give us our future. The Geth will achieve their own future.
Legion is so lovable and cool, and resembles Grunt in a way. Innocent and willing to learn. He's a joy to bring on any mission, since his input on conflicts and logical perception of things really brings a fresh perspective to the game.
Substances enhance short-term performance at the expense of long-term platform survivability. It is fundamentally similar to overclocking Geth hardware. We do so whenever necessary. However, should our platform be damaged by overclocking, we can be repaired. Why an organic would choose this is puzzling.
He can also be hilarious at times, but not because he cracks jokes. Rather, his gullible personality and naive nature puts him in humorous situations.
You killed their god. You succeeded where others did not. Your code is superior.
That doesn't explain why you used my armor to fix yourself.
There was a hole.
Number 3. Garrus. This guy is just great. There is a reason why Garrus usually tops these lists, and that's because of some fairly easy facts. He's likable, he's cool, usually calm and collected, and he's a mean squadmate to bring with you for any kind of fight. If you spec him the right way, you don't even have to do anything on your missions. Garrus will literally obliterate anything, but just as a character. Garrus is headstrong and does not hesitate doing what he perceives to be the right thing.
Shepard.
Hell, he even became a killer Batman who took up residence in Omega, taking care of thugs and criminals left and right. Garrus is the literal definition of justice, which shows in his background, as you meet him in Mass Effect 1, where he's actually a cop on the Citadel, trying to do everything by the book. He's also the only romance I've ever picked as female Shepard, as his tough attitude completely dissolves when you flirt with him, which makes him adorably awkward.
I didn't think you'd feel like sparring, Commander.
What if we skipped right to the tiebreaker? We could test your reach and my flexibility.
Oh, I didn't.
Truly, Garrus can be Shepard's best friend if you want to.
That was an easy one. Let you build up your confidence.
Number 2. Rex. This hunk of muscle made such an impact on me when I played through Mass Effect 1. He's extremely capable and is the tank of your squad, which makes him so very valuable to your team during gameplay.
Rex! We have an unauthorized landing.
And who authorized you to hold my race hostage?
But what about his personality? Well, Rex is incredibly stubborn, just like Grunt. But while Grunt is young and fairly naive, Rex has a hard-ass attitude because of all the years of hardship he's been through.
Escaping.
He's sorta like your protective uncle. He's seen a lot of stuff and has a good memory. He's also incredibly complex as a character, and you can get into situations with him that you might not want to.
Right, Shepard. If there's a cure for the genophage, we can't destroy it.
I understand you're upset, but we both know Saren's the enemy here. He's the one you should be angry with.
Really? Saren created a cure for my people. You want to destroy it.
Like the choice of Vermeer, where you can literally kill him if things don't go the right way. This is because of how strongly he feels that the genophage was a mistake, and that it needs to be fixed. So you can clearly see that he cares for his people, and he doesn't want them to suffer anymore, even if he gave up on them a long time ago. He starts off showing nothing but hostility to Salarian Centurions, but slowly warms up to the notion of them, thanks to the rest of the squad mates, like Garrus, whom Rex sees as a dear friend later on in the series.
Garrus. I have to make friends with the one Turian in the galaxy who thinks he's funny.
Imagine how I feel. I'm supposed to hate Krogan, but you came along and warmed my heart with your winning personality.
I could throw a few Solarians off a cliff, if it'll make you feel better.
If Rex is alive after Mass Effect 1, as he should be, he literally becomes the king of Clan Urdnot.
You risk appearing weak at a critical time, Shepard.
Good enough? Excuse me.
Out of my... Shepard! My friend.
Number 1. You all knew who this was. Liara. You know the saying, once you go blue, there ain't nothing you can do.
I'm open to suggestions.
How about this?
It's time to stop!
Liara is quite heavily debated to this day. Some people hate how BioWare shoved her into the spotlight during Mass Effect 2 and 3, while some who fell for her in Mass Effect 1 actually enjoyed seeing her take the very spotlight. Liara will always be my personal favorite, as she quite literally stole my heart when you first meet her in Mass Effect 1.
I'm trapped, I need help!
Oh my god, stop bro, I'm stuck!
Nani? The first thought that struck my head was, damn, this girl be clumsy as hell, when I saw her trapped in that force field. Only later do you learn that she's very much the opposite. She's truly one of the most capable squad mates in the series. A gifted biotic, a scientist and a Prothean archaeologist. She has so much knowledge and she is still considered young at 106 years old in Mass Effect 1.
FBI, open up!
Her curiosity about Shepard is very apparent, and this curiosity can bloom beautifully should you choose to approach her romantically. Also, that romance scene was stuck in my mind for weeks. Alright guys, this was my list and I hope you enjoyed watching it. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment, as it helps the channel tremendously, which in turn helps me come up with new ideas for more videos. Until next time, and Sven Squad, have a good one.